Okay, we live directly from Vitória. Let's start with intro. Let's do it. Good morning, beautiful people. We started the Papi La Vida in English directly from the beautiful and sunny island of Vitória in Brazil to the world. And today we have a special guest. My friend from Nigeria is a professional actor. He gonna tell everything about what's going on in Nigeria. Him, IYOHO.
Hello everyone, how you doing? It's good to be here. I've been looking forward to this. Alright, Papi La Vida, let's do it.
Okay, thank you very much, IYOHO. I'm scared to pronounce your name correctly. Did I say correctly?
Yes, you did. You actually did. I was pretty impressed. You were pretty impressed. Yeah, most people don't.
Okay,
They go,
great.
Also, but that was great.
So, people, today we're gonna talk about the Nigeria culture. We're gonna learn more about Nigeria, because I know a lot of people know about the name in Nigeria, but they don't know what's going on in Nigeria, what's happening there. We're gonna also get to know IYOHO sobre his life, in Nigeria. His life as a professional actor in Nigerian production. We're gonna talk about movies and a lot of stuff. And of course, everyone's curious about to talk about, the meme, the coffee meme, the people, the guys dancing with the coffee. It's coming from Nigeria, it's coming from Africa. We're gonna learn this today in the Papi La Vida show. So guys, stay tuned, and I ask something more. Guys, subscribe the channel. We're gonna have a lot of interviews over the month, over the quarantine season. Talk with the people around the world. On Monday, we're gonna talk with my friend from Italy. We're gonna learn what's going on in Italy. So guys, check it out, our work. There's a lot of interviews already recorded. You can check it there in Spanish and English and in Portuguese. And for you guys, maybe you're washing your dishes or cleaning the house in this quarantine season, you don't have time to stay there watching YouTube. I give you opportunity for you get in Spotify or iTunes or Google Podcasts and listen to our conversation. You're gonna listen to our conversation. So guys, let's start this, and let's have a beautiful conversation with my friends IYOHO. Woohoo! Ani, let's start this. So first we want to learn, man, about the Nigeria. I confess, because I have one or two, three friends from Nigeria back in Australia when I was living in Australia, but I didn't know much about your country. All right, I did some research and learned a little bit about your country. Actually, I was like a couple months ago when we were talking, and I said like, so funny, man. This guy speaking English very good. I didn't know you guys have official language is English. All right, in Nigeria. Explain about this. It's a British colony. What's going on?
Yep. It was colonized by the British. We actually just got independence in the 1960s and 60s. So it's a central language. We're a nation of different languages. Four major languages, and then just so many other dialects.
Yes,
ranging up to the hundreds. So many other dialects.
Like what's your city? Your city is Lagos, no?
My city, I stay in Lagos.
Lagos.
Yeah.
And
Lagos. We call Lagos, yeah.
Lagos. There they have a different dialect as well. You speak a different language there?
Yeah.
Is what's the name?
It's called Yoruba here. Yoruba.
Yoruba. Yoruba.
Yeah, that's the language. Yeah, that's the language here
All right.
in Lagos. Yeah, Lagos, Ogun State. This area, it's Yoruba they speak in. So the central language for all of us is English, or what we refer to as Pidgin. That's
Yes.
our own twisted form of English.
All right, man. That's very interesting because I didn't know at all. Like I was saying, what's going
You,
on? The guy speak very good
you know the
English.
funny thing? I found out that we have a lot in common. I mean, not the language
Of
though,
course.
but we Nigerians and the Brazilians have a lot in common when it comes to culture, when it comes to upbringing. We have quite a lot in common.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, even our food sometimes. There's this bean cake we call akara here, and
Ah, really?
I had some friends. Yeah, I had some friends that show it to me, and I was like, whoa, same thing, you know. So we do have a lot in common.
Aqui,
Yeah.
acarajé.
Yeah.
Acarajé, eu chamo de acarajé. E
Oh, you guys call it akara too? What do you
acarajé.
call it?
Acarajé.
Aha! Yeah, we just call it akara here. Yeah.
Oh, really, man?
Cool.
That
So we have a
no
lot
way,
in
no
common.
way.
Yeah.
So yeah, because
For
you
real.
know we like we have it like we have mixed culture here. We have an
For
African
real. Yeah.
descendant as well here in Brazil.
Okay.
So we are mixture
Okay.
between Europeans and Africans as well. So
Okay.
that's why we have a beautiful woman here.
Oh, yeah.
With a beautiful and but yeah, there's a lot of I like something I like always in Nigeria is the happiness. You guys always happy like us, like us.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah. There was
dancing
a
as
time I
well.
rated one of the happiest countries in the world. There was a time, and that's because we were able to take a lot of pain and just convert it into something to laugh about. We do a lot of laughing on almost everything. The country might not be doing too well, and we'll laugh about it, and then we're all happy about it. Because we're those kind of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. We
yeah,
also we have like our struggles, we have our
of course.
difficulties, the country, but like something I found out is like we have this difficulty, but we always try to go through. We always have to fight the situation and
Yeah,
make our place in the sun.
yeah, yeah.
And
I guess it's people like us.
yeah, man, it's just like us. We
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's funny
yeah.
because let's start with how did we met each other? Because we don't know each other in person, but we know each other for each other's work for such a
Yeah,
long time. Because I feel like God,
yeah,
I know this
yeah.
guy already, man. Talk about this, man. How did you
For
find
real.
me? How did you?
I think it's just I think we just I saw you on Instagram and then you hooked up with me. You hooked up with me on Instagram and I hooked up with you and I kept watching you. Told me you're a director. I was like, whoa, for real, I'm an actor. And you seem to like what I did, and that made me pretty happy. I liked how down you were on earth. You were just down to earth. That I loved. So basically, it was so easy for us to bond. Only there was an easy chemistry between two of us, and yeah,
Yes.
from there it just grew on. We started talking. We were, you were straightforward with me. I was straightforward with you. It was just the chemistry. I think you just have to me. I think you're a great person. I think you're a good guy.
Oh,
You
thank you very
know,
much,
I think
man.
I think you're a good guy. So it was just easy. It was just easy to bond. Like attracts like. You know.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate, man. I appreciate,
You know.
and I feel the
Yeah.
same for you, man. I think you are
I know.
very charismatic person. You like a kind of friend that I like to hang out. Anytime.
For real.
Like let's
Yeah.
go out and
Yeah.
hanging out. Let's make
Yeah.
some work together.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
maybe this is a good start. That's a good start.
Yeah, funny enough, look at this. We've known each other so long when we were free in the world.
Yes,
And we did not work together. But now that we're in quarantine, we found a way to make it work. You
definitely,
know?
man. Definitely,
Now we're
definitely.
isolating because we're actually self-isolating here. We've been in isolation. This will be the third week in Lagos. Not
Yes,
everywhere in Nigeria started at the same time. Some just started last week. Well, this is our third week here, and from what I'm
yes.
seeing, it's like we're still going to go another 2 months in isolation. Yeah, it's just amazing that now I'm in isolation. I'm able to finally get to work with you.
That's
Yeah,
great, man. That's great. But definitely, I'm a film director as well, and
I'm
definitely
aware. I'm
we
aware.
we 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 gonna do a lot of stuff
Of
together.
course we will. Of
I
course we
can't
will.
wait it. I
Come
can't
on
wait
now.
it for this whole thing. But let me ask something, bro.
Talk to
Um,
me.
like now we are very difficult situation. We are in the
Yes.
coronavirus situation, man,
Hmm.
and What's going on there in Nigeria? How your like your routine right now? Because you are an actor, man. You know
Yeah.
you live from this. You know, like with your work, everything stopped. Everything. How
Um,
what's going on there right now?
okay. To be honest,
Yes.
I'm actually an introvert, which means I'm more to myself. I'm more of an indoor person normally. So the isolation itself does not affect me like it affects many other people. I'm used to being alone. I'm used to isolating myself. Well, how this affects me though is I'm missing working. I'm missing my job. I love acting.
Of
I
course.
love going on set. I love playing different characters. And right now, I'm not getting any of that. There are no gigs at the moment. Everything is waiting till this is over, and that's what I miss. That's actually how I'm being affected, really. That I'm not being able to work. Other than that, to be honest, the situation Nigeria is in, we're not as hard hit though as many other places. I mean, I think we had the last record we had about 300 infected, confirmed infected, about 300. That's almost nothing to what's going on out there. So frankly, we feel a little bit safe, and we're actually following the rules of isolating ourselves and staying indoors. And that I think that's actually helping us a lot. Many people are complaining about it. They want to go fellowship, they want to go party and all, but obviously this is the way to go. This is the way that has been proven, and tested in previous times with pandemics, and so this really is the way to go. In no time we'll be done with it as long as we all stick to it. So Nigerians here, we're taking it seriously. I would also like to commend all the health workers who are putting in time, giving and putting their lives at risk at this point in time, to help those who are ill. Kudos to them. A big salute to them. They're doing a great job. And to those who have lost loved ones at this time, our heart goes out to you. We're all in the same shoe at the moment, and we're all praying together. Be strong. Get past this soon.
Yeah, man, great. Like I've been learning a lot of stuffs, like yeah, I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
like the Africa countries, they they
yeah.
they they have the are not like they had the before they have the pandemic for Ebola, and
Ebola. Yep, yep, yep,
you
yep.
you guys are kind of more like ready for the situation. I know it's very horrible situation, everybody's ready, but because
Yeah,
like the world is facing this for the first time,
yeah,
like
yeah,
and
yeah.
like the for I don't know if it happened that in Nigeria about the
Mhm.
Ebola, what
Ebola.
happened. So, but I mean, you guys with the hygienization and like what, like be
Yes,
careful with everything. You guys being a bit more ready for the situation, like about the quarantine and everything. You guys, how do you guys deal with this? Like different from the Ebola that spread there in
it,
Africa. Talk about this.
yeah. Let me tell you a joke I saw on Twitter during the Ebola time.
Uh,
Some guy said, Nigeria is so hard, even Ebola couldn't survive. Well, I must confess, I really don't know how we've done it, but we're the first to eradicate Ebola. And it's not like we're particularly a very organized country. But to be honest, I'll first give some credit to God. To be honest, I know I need to do this, right? I really
of
need to give
course.
some credit to God on this one, because honestly, I think he takes an extra something in protecting us Africans, knowing that we're not capable of taking care of ourselves,
Yes.
unlike the better developed countries. So
Yes.
yeah, so I first give glory to God, and the effort of the government. I commend the effort of the government in making sure the right measures are taken. The ones they don't know, they go out to learn for this corona on. They sent some people went to go and learn from the Chinese how they eradicated it, and came back long before it even hit here, long before it even hit Nigeria, you know. And so all the measures we started to get all the measures in place, in as much as some of them are a little bit um, costly. We've been able to go about it and getting it, thanks to China, and I think the China, US. I'm sure of China. They've sent in equipment. They've sent in a crew too, a team of health workers. So yeah, I think it's been God, and it's been everybody just working together on this one, and we've just been lucky. For real, we've been lucky. Many things do not work here, but somehow when it comes to pandemics, we've always had a way of stopping it. We've always had a way.
Yeah, man, I can see
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
can see that in your
yeah.
eyes. And man, like now people are very curious about
Yeah.
like, and I said like, because when you see about this happy dancing and stuff, and people always think, no, that's from a country from Africa. And because we watching this in the World Cup, you guys are fan of
Yeah.
football as well. I know there's,
Yes. Big time.
Nigeria
Yep. Yep.
have a good players there as well,
Yep.
and always go very good in the World Cup. And as we Brazilians, we
Of
are.
course. No, you guys own the show. You own the show. You've always owned the show. We've been watching you guys from Pele, from the time of Abidi Pele. We've been watching you people. It's most of your players were our inspiration when our team got into the US '94. Yeah,
Yes,
the
yes,
US
yeah,
'94.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was our first time. Yeah, that was the first time we actually came on international level to play football, and it was mostly your players we're still giving credit to because it's you guys we watch. So yeah,
That's great. That's
yeah,
great.
exactly for you guys.
And we like we like when you see these dances and stuff. And now there is a meme that spread the whole world about the guys dance with the coffin because it's something about the
Yeah.
culture to celebrate when the people dies, and it'll
Exactly,
become a meme.
exactly.
And like
Exactly.
I was curious, this is from Nigeria, or like, do you know the country this coming from? What's happened? You are the cousin of the guys. What's going on? Talk to me about this, Annie. This is my cousin, man. This is my cousin.
See what's up, right? Basically, we believe in celebrating the life of someone who's lived a long life. If you lived a
Yes.
long life and died, then we're not mourning your death. We're celebrating your transition.
Yeah.
That's how we see it. So the truth is, it's hard to actually say where those dances are from, but they don't look Nigeria. The process in which they did their celebration
Yes.
doesn't look Nigeria, but honestly, it still could be. We know we're diverse cultures here. We have diverse cultures here. You never can tell. Could be a Salvation Army
Yeah.
of one village or something.
Yeah.
But those guys dancing was
It's funny.
was
It-
ahead, way ahead. It was
it's
crazy.
funny. People are talking this like they're like, man, like this guy's funny, man. Where this guy's come from, man? I think from Ghana, or I think some another country. Why you guys?
So yeah, somewhere yeah. I wouldn't think Ghana, but probably somewhere like Kenya, perhaps. Namibia.
Kenya.
They're about yeah. I would think so.
Have you
I
ever
think
been in
so.
other countries, African countries there, or no?
No, not all of them. I've been to a few.
A few
Yeah,
countries.
like,
All right. Whereabouts?
Ghana.
Where
Come
about?
again?
You been to Ghana?
Yeah, I've been to Ghana. Ghana,
Oh.
then Togo. It's really a stretch from Nigeria if you're going by road. Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I've been to Ghana. I stayed in Ghana the whole of 2013. I was working on a production company there. I did 3 jobs. I even got nominated for best actor in one of them.
Yeah, man.
In Putumato. Yeah, during that tenure. Ghana is a lovely place. Pretty lovely place. The people are open to visitors. As well, from what I heard and what I experienced, they're pretty open, very nice people. And though we have a lot of quarrels from time to time on Twitter between countries, but we still do see ourselves like like brothers, Ghana and Nigeria.
How do you guys communicate? How do you guys communicate with each other? Because only Nigeria is a British colony, correct? Or the other countries around as well
No,
speaking
no,
English.
not only the other countries. I think Ghana too. Ghana too was British colonized. The French colonized Cameroon, Benin Republic, and Togo. I think the French actually had colonized most of the countries here, followed by the English. So
Yes,
the English have Nigeria, have Ghana,
but
Bush.
but there is a language.
That's all I can
There is
remember
a
right now.
language that
Both of us.
everybody knows how to speak there, like the African language or something,
English.
English.
English is well, at least for between like Nigeria and Ghana, yeah, English. If you go to Cameroon or Benin Republic, then the language there is French.
Yeah.
predominant language is is French. Yeah, so it really depends on which part you are. But in the end, English is kind of central. It might not be perfect English, but English is sort of the central thing we have going here,
Yes.
or what we call pidgin. What we call pidgin. Yes.
So let me ask something as well. Um,
Okay.
how about
Yeah.
like, I mean, you know, there's a country there. There's a few, acho que maybe two
Yeah.
countries. They speak Portuguese there. There's a Portuguese. They speak Portuguese.
Yes, yes, but the Portuguese, but I think the Portuguese only colonized a few. I think they have the
Yeah,
fewest, maybe like two or three or so in Africa. Yeah, they have a
yeah.
few. It's the French and the English that really had a go at Africa,
Okay,
and Portuguese just
let
didn't.
me ask something. There's another thing, man. You know, our countries, we have so much in common because, you know, our
We
countries
do.
face a very difficult things, you know, like corruption, like violence, all these kind of things. You know, Brazil and Nigeria, I think, feel the
Same
same
thing,
thing. You know,
same
same
thing.
thing, same
Yeah,
thing. And
same thing.
something I tell you, I'll be very honest with you. And
Okay,
the first thing that I learned, like that I learned for Nigeria, it was in a bad way, cause like I was in Australia, and
go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say
yeah,
it.
somebody
Go
contacted
ahead and
me
say it.
and about the
Yeah.
Nigerian scam. It's something very
Okay.
common around the world.
Scam or
Scam,
scams? Was it scam or scams?
scams.
They're scams.
Man, like
I'm being real with you, okay? They're just scams. Lots of
man,
them.
it's huge, man. Like
It
I'm
is. I
surprised
know.
how
I
much
know.
is come from Nigeria. Even some
I
banks,
know.
they
It's
they don't take like things for Nigerian and stuff because I didn't know it,
it's
and like
it's very embarrassing. It's
yeah,
actually very
yeah, I
embarrassing
know
for me
that.
as a Nigerian
I know
to
there's
admit.
such a hard
Yeah,
work people,
yeah,
and there is
exactly.
some
And
bad people that
there
like
are not a
making
lot
this
of
stand.
opportunities. There are not a lot of opportunities here, and so the youth are taking it upon themselves to find a way in as much as it's criminal. But the country is pretty difficult, you know. So
Yes,
we say if you can survive in Nigeria, you can survive anywhere in the world. That's our our thing here, and yeah, and people are just the youth are just looking for a way to survive, basically for a way to survive.
but this happen
But
locally as
measures are
well
being
or
put in
no?
place.
This happen locally
Yes,
as well. People try to
yeah,
scam you all the
yeah,
time as well, or just people are like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
happens
try.
locally, but I think for us when they now realize that, oh, you're Nigerian, oh great, this one we call it bad market,
Ah,
bad
really?
market, meaning it's not meaning it's not gonna work here, so they carry the
You
energy
see, like,
somewhere
man,
else.
you don't,
Uh,
you're not
I
gonna
feel like
cheat on me,
apologizing
man.
for us.
You're not
I feel
gonna
like
cheat on me. I'm from
apologizing for us.
Nigeria, my friend. What are you talking about this shit? Don't tell me
But
shit.
there are also people who work hard and work clean. It's just unfortunate that the few that are actually doing the illegal stuff, that the ones we hear of. But that's usually the Western media, sort of.
Yes.
We never really hear. You don't hear of the if they show you an African picture, like Trevor Noah was describing, they show an African picture with a baby, with a really skinny baby and kata running down the nose
Ah,
or something,
yes.
but or talk about trees and stuff or villages. They don't show you the city as it is and the development or the good parts of people in it. Um, Basically, that's really just the media. And if you took a little time, for example, like you took time to get to know me, like you took time to get to know me, if Nigerians were actually shown in the light that we really are, that wouldn't really be an issue. Like everybody's just going to love us. You would just know, yes, of course, in every country, in every civilization, there are those people that are not doing right. In all of them, even
Yeah,
in the
of
states. I
course.
remember listening to the prophet Louis Farrakhan, yeah, a Muslim prophet Louis Farrakhan. I don't know if you know him. He's, I think the leader of the Brotherhood or something like that.
Yes.
And there was time when he said that Nigeria is the most corrupt country in the world, and the guy flipped. The
Ah,
guy flipped. That
really?
how can they say Nigerians that is the most corrupt country in the world? That he know that they are not the most corrupt country. He said that which other one? He said I'm living in it, America.
Yes.
So that's his own perspective. That's what
Yeah.
he's gotten to see. He's come to Nigeria as well, and he realized that, yeah, we're people trying to get used to the whole capitalist system, to try to forge our way. were a lot younger than the country America, and so he was like, you shouldn't really call us the people who are always on the wrong side. I mean, he feels that America is on the wrong side. It's
Yeah.
really a thing of perspective. If you get to see the right us,
Yes.
you get to see the right us, then you will realize it's probably not worse off than anywhere else.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Like that happened here in Brazil as well. We talk about
Yeah.
favelas in Brazil, the criminals in Brazil. That's
Yeah.
Rio de
Yeah.
Janeiro. Pa pa
Yeah.
pa pa. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know. So like, yeah, it's the same thing. The people
Yeah.
like they
Is
wanna show
is
something that like, giving like more eyes to the world. Like you should show the good thing as well. And that's here. That's why I'm here today,
try to have.
for you to show
Yeah.
me the good things from Nigeria. And that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's talk
Well,
about.
I really wish it wasn't a quarantine situation. I would have liked to even take this video on the road so you get to see a glimpse. You get to see
Yeah.
a glimpse, get to appreciate. See, they would flip this camera.
Yeah, no, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Don't worry
so
about it.
it's it's a beautiful place. That fun people like you already know that one. We have a
Yeah.
way of just making fun of everything and having good laughs from time to
Yeah.
time. So,
But no problem, man. Because this Papi La Vida,
yep.
it's something I wanna do worldwide. Like I wanna
Okay. Okay.
actually travel to the countries. I wanna visit my
The
friends and like go out and get to
Mm.
know people from the country.
Yeah.
That's the main idea from the show. We are in
Okay.
quarantine season, but like the
Okay.
perspective I have for the future for the Papi La Vida show, for the people that have been following us, is actually to Papi La Vida on the road, which we're gonna go to my friends' countries and get to know the people there, the culture, the
Yeah. So that,
lifestyle.
that's good.
And
Great.
I'm planning
Great.
definitely go to
Great.
Nigeria, my friend,
It's
and
great. That's
maybe
great. Great idea, Holmes. Great idea.
and
It's a
maybe
great
make a
idea.
movie there. Maybe a movie there. Because
Yeah. That
I'm
would be
not gonna
sweet. That
do
would be
like,
so
yeah,
cool.
make a movie.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Let's let's
Yeah.
let's talk about the movies, man. Let's talk about the movie.
Okay.
I've
All
been
right. Let's
checking
do
your
that.
work for a long time. I always found you very very talented guy, and
Appreciate that.
yesterday when you sent some like works, and I check pretty much all the works,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I found out as well. I think the actors in Nigeria, they are naturally born like good, like they are good actors, and they are very good. I mean, and I can see like the art production of the thing is always very
Yeah.
good. You can find the cars, the guns, and the people willing to be part of the project, and that's great,
Yeah.
man. That's great.
I
Talk
think
about this.
it's back to that. I think it's back to that idea of if you can survive in Nigeria, you can survive anywhere. So above all, against all odds, we're willing to make things happen. Willing to make things happen, to work on our skills against all odds, to try things different, to push the envelope always. When we started out, it was usually dramas we're focused on, but recently we've done sci-fi, we've done action, and good stuff. Good stuff. Everybody's putting in 100. And the funny thing, it's not like we have, in fact, most of our A-list actors earn just as much as the extras in the states.
Oh,
That's the
really?
truth. So why we're in this? It's not really about the money. It's the passion. It's the passion we have that makes us keep doing what we're doing in this industry. When I said I miss this whole isolation, I miss working. That's it. I just miss having the opportunity to go and do what I really enjoy doing. And so we work on our art, and we try to help each other move onward. So yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's our secret.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I really like it. The intensive how you guys project on the screen, and it's very real. You guys naturally express. You guys have a natural expressions. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, I'm a film director. You know my work. I'm
Yep,
very
yep.
picky with
Yes,
my
yes.
work. And
Okay. Definitely.
yeah, the quality. I'm really, really like. I like to do the standards like very high, and But what my honest, what I think you guys, I can see you guys struggle to pull it off the project. I can see that, you know, and I know the budget is very low for you guys. What you guys can accomplish, but I mean, the actors are good in general. Of course, the director work is a bit rough, and the story as well, the screenplay is a bit rough. Needs still like the screenplay is the most hard thing, you know, the most difficult. Even in Brazil, we have I don't know if you know about the Brazilian productions, but we have a huge production in Brazil.
Okay.
Yes, and it's very high quality. It's like very like Hollywood style. But I mean, the screenplay always go bad. That's my opinion. A lot of Brazilians is against me, but I mean, the screenplay.
I don't know if it's. I don't know if the situation you're talking about now is the type we have or had, which was basically when people are doing their screenplays, they are wondering what can our producers pull off based on the finances they have not being a large sum, you know.
The budget.
What can they? The budget. So what can they do? Are they going to be able to jump down from a story building? Will they need wire studs for that? They will need that. That's money. Let's wipe that out. You know, basically. So we try to cut our screenplays to fit what we think we can afford. It's just a few, luckily for me, that I've been fortunate to be in, where they decided to push the envelope. They didn't write it based on the budget. They wanted to blow minds, you know, and they put it. For example, there's this movie Ratnik. It's coming out this year.
Yes, science fiction.
And it's a sci-fi movie, and it took two people working on the VFX 5 years to make it happen. Now this is VFX. Like if you see a Hollywood movie, you will see a team, a large team of VFX people working on it. But two people did it, and it took 5 years to achieve it. You know, that's it's really just it's just the dedication.
It's a feature film.
We're trying to cut costs.
It's a feature length. It's a feature length movie. Fucking crazy,
one
man.
I'm very excited about. Another one I'm proud about that we worked on, coming out November, December, is a soldier story as well. We had Eric Roberts, Julia Roberts' brother, as part of the movie.
Oh, really?
And that was that's another huge one that's gonna come out. So right now, script writers are being bolder. I'm also a screenplay writer, and I was nominated 2 years ago. I was nominated 2 years ago in 2 categories for best scriptwriter and also for best story. I'm also working on another. As in right now, we the writers are trying to think outside the box. We're believing. We're seeing that we can achieve it. In 2016 was the first time we ever set anyone on fire in Nigeria. So that was huge. It went viral. It went like, you know, it came out rumor that the person died. The person was burned to death. I was the person. I didn't die. I wasn't burned to death. But because it was the first time of doing something so huge, something undone in Nigeria, it was believable. Everybody thought that I actually had, was born right there. So right now, writers are putting more energy. They're writing more creatively. They're beginning to think outside the regular box we've been in, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But I think the main reason they weren't doing it before is because they were afraid of what the producers can shoot. The writers want to make money from the scripts they're writing, and if you write something too large for the producers here, you're just going to have that script in your shelf. So everybody wants to write something that the producers can quickly go shoot, make a few bucks, come back and reshoot.
Yes. I know here in Brazil it's the same thing,
I think so.
We don't have I think pretty much more around the world, people being always writing for the budget, and see what is possible to make it, and but in my opinion, as a film director, I'm a screenwriter as well, and awesome. I think in my opinion, it's very delicate, because it's very difficult to make a very good screenplay. It's a difficult thing. It's not only a problem for Nigeria. It's not only a problem for Brazil. It's a problem even for US. Is a difficult,
Yeah.
man. The guys have a piles of screenplays every time in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and the guy dump on the
Yeah,
in the garbage,
yeah,
and
yeah.
because of this, like it's very hard.
Yeah.
But like I have some curiosity as well because I can see it's the same as Brazil. The art direction, the props, the costume, the whole thing. I think you guys very well done, and very well done,
work.
very well done. Like, but I have a curiosity. I don't know if you can say
Darcy,
this.
no, shoot,
I don't know if you can say what I'm gonna
Continue.
ask, but
Yeah,
it's okay
yeah,
if you
sure,
cannot
sure,
say.
shoot.
All right.
Don't worry, sure. Appreciate
Is that guns? Is that guns? They are not really props.
No,
Are the-
initially most of us used to roll when we started out. I noticed we're using toy guns, real toy guns.
Yes,
The type
yeah,
with
yeah,
beam,
the green.
beam lights at it. Yeah. The space light kind of gun. Yeah, we're using real toy guns back then. That's years ago. But recently we're bringing in real good props, like what they call these guys, the last one I did with in the soldier, a short film.
Yeah.
Guns we had, the whole ammunition we had, the military, some military guys there, because we shot the police, we shot the military, and they had to check this one not be real gun, and everything. They knew, they were like, this is the safety clear, and this is this.
So they are props.
It was amazing.
They are props.
Yeah, they are props. They are very, very. They are props we buy in the States.
Really?
States we get them.
Because
Yeah.
I found like, man, I think these are real guns, man. I think
very few times. There are very few times I've worked somewhere. Yeah, we did use real gun. However, we're using more discarded guns by the police. Guns that they discarded. They gave it to us to use for the shoot with permission, and also with an officer to be with us to make sure truly we're not using it for any other thing than just to work. But using real guns, that's really old school now. We have a lot of people here supplying brought in props, so you just rent
that's great, man. That's great because I mean, like when I watch as well a couple of documentaries, about Africa and stuff, and there's a lot of in the civil war there, there's a civil wars in some countries. I don't know if it happened to Nigeria.
Yeah, that was then. Right now, no. The last time we had civil war was a long time ago, years ago. I think in the late 70s, early 80s. It's a long time we had this civil war.
Yeah. So I thought like, man, maybe this is a fucking real guns, man. I think the guys didn't have a props there. I think this is fucking real guns, man. I was curious. I'm gonna ask Honey. I'm gonna ask you, Honey, is a fucking real gun?
First, you can't even. It's even very difficult to move around with props, with prop guns here in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The police, yes, it's a very serious thing. You always have to get permission from the police first to be able to move around with them. And any checkpoint you get to, they will stop you. They will search for it. So we actually even try to hide them, even while we have the permission, we have the permits, we have it in our vehicles, in our production vehicles, with production writings everywhere. We still have to hide it. We still have to hide it just so we don't get stopped and harassed because of it. But the props are also pretty good. That, in fact, the last military guy I showed, he looked at this one. I was like, so is it possible that they can rub someone? This guy said this one is even too much. So you can just hold a rod, and just point it down. It's good. This one is too much now, So it's good stuff, and it's not easy. It's not easy to move around with it, but
because I saw a couple of work of you guys, and you guys running guns in the city and like in this place. I said, what the fuck, man? I mean,
feeling gangster.
It's like, what the fuck, man? I think, man, that's how they roll in fucking Nigeria, man. Like, come on, let's make a move in the shit, pull the fucking AK-47, the shit. Let's cracking the shit out.
You know what we do now as filmmakers? We make believe, right?
Of course.
And our aim is to be good enough to make you believe it is what it is.
I mean,
I know a guy who actually builds props here too. you know. So,
And I think that's why it was so good because I'm a film director. I believed, I fully
yeah,
believed. And said, man, the
that's
guys
the
make it
idea.
real.
But that's the mission, right? That's our mission. That's our mission to convince everyone,
Man,
right? That's what we're
congratulations.
doing.
Congratulations was
Thank
very
you.
good, very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you,
And
bro.
man,
Thank you very much.
let's talk about something like you've been nominated in couple of awards and stuff. And then,
Yeah.
well, there's a film circuit in Africa, the whole Africa. How that works? Like, is a continent circuit or how in the countries? You guys travel in the
You,
countries?
you,
How?
are you referring to are you referring to awards that all the countries in Africa
Yeah, I mean,
usually
like,
attend? Okay,
yes.
we have the AMVCA. We have the AMVCA. That's the Africa um, Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards, and we also have the AMAs. Those awards in particular. Okay, the GIAMA. That's actually hosted by Ghanaians, but it's also still
Mm,
for I think either for West Africans or for Africa as a whole. Usually mostly represented by West Africans, if you ask me. The and those awards, yeah, those are the major awards. We have the other tiny ones around, but these are the ones that are mostly for Africans. And I was actually nominated for the AMA, which is our own Academy Award. Yeah, our own Academy Award, the AMAs. Yeah.
yeah,
Good stuff.
great, great. And let me ask something, man. So talk about how why did you start to become an actor? Why, when, how long you been an actor? How old are you, by the way? How old are you?
I'm going to be 40 in September 2nd.
How
Be
old are you?
39. 39. We'll be 40 in September.
39?
Yes, sir.
No, no,
39. Okay.
you're kidding
39.
me, man. Are you 39?
Meaning,
I
what do you
thought you were
mean?
younger than me, man. I thought you were younger
Oh
than me.
man,
I think,
I
man,
thought
the
you were
guy's
about to
20
scare
something.
me. That I look old.
I think this guy's 20 something. I swear, I found you're 20 something, man. You look good, man.
No,
You
I
look
appreciate,
good,
bro.
man.
I appreciate. I do sports. I'm into martial arts. I'm a black belt in karate, Shotokan karate, and I get to train with other martial artists from taekwondo to kung fu to aikido. And basically, anywhere I see martial arts or any fight training going on, I
Yes.
get in on it. I get in on it. I'm that kind of person. So maybe perhaps that's what's kept me looking okay. You know. So
Okay, man,
that's
that's
it.
good. And talk about how did you start this acting thing? Like why did you start this? Like tell me. So how did you start?
Yeah, as a kid, it was very obvious that I was going to be in the entertainment industry. I think at the time it was mostly music. Everyone thought I was going to go into. It was either that or being a pastor. So mostly music was what most people thought I was going to be going to. But I got into Lagos 2000, and I had the opportunity of meeting one of the A-list actors, Jim Ike, and he was like family friend, so he got me in on the set, on one of his sets, and after that, showed me how to go about getting registered with the Actors Guild of Nigeria, and starting, and that was it. I started, and yeah, to be honest, there's nothing. I have nothing. There's nothing for me. This is what I was born to do. Entertainment. I was born to be in entertainment. A comedian, an actor, and a singer. This is my field. There's nothing after this. There's nothing before this. If I'm not acting, I'm going to be producing. But I'm good. This is it. This is it for me. This is what I was made for. This is what I was made for. It just comes naturally for me. You know. So yeah, that's it.
That's great, man. And then tell me, there is any actor that you inspires you? Like man, I like the work of this guy, either in Nigeria or in America. Some well-known actor that you think like,
Oh,
man, this guy
in
is my thing, man.
in a in, I have a list. I have a list between the whites, the blacks, the Italians. Um, Let me start with one who I truly admire, Leonardo DiCaprio. Reason I do admire Leonardo DiCaprio is because in every of his movie, I have seen him become a different character. I've not seen him play the same person in all of his movies. Yes, he does have the same expressions. I mean, it's his
Yes.
face, for God's sake. He's going to have the same expressions sometimes, but he's played a different character and pulled it off as a different character. I mean, I do like Johnny Depp. I love Johnny Depp. But I kind of feel that for most of his movies, especially Pirates of the Caribbean, Chocolate Factory, two other ones like that where he to me he's the same Jack Sparrow like character.
Mm.
So in as much as that's a great character, I
Yes.
think they've kept him there a little too long. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, great actors of mine, huge actors. I grew up watching The Godfather as a kid. Like I don't know, I've watched that movie 30 to 50 times. I don't know, and I'm talking about the trilogy. I have it here still.
Yeah.
I'm huge. Yeah, I'm huge on the movie. So those are actors I really admire. I love Denzel Washington, his personality. I like what he's done for the black. I hope I'm not sounding racist. I'm not, but I like what he does for the black. The encouragement he puts out there, the part he's set or he's opened up for people of a darker color to come in. I love that about him. And I do like his acting too. He's really stood out as one of those black actors that to me is more international actor as opposed to a black actor.
Yes.
I don't know how to put it. You look at most of the other black actors and you see them as black actors,
Yeah.
not like not people that just blend in to
Yeah.
the system perfectly. I
Yes.
think that's what there's Washington does. I like him for that.
That's wonderful, man. That's
For that.
that's great. I see you did like you
Yeah.
did the comedy, you did the action, you did the drama. Man, you're versatile.
When it comes to
Like
the black
you're a very
actors,
versatile
yes,
person.
yes, yes.
I like
Yeah.
it.
It's what I look for. I hate the whole stereotyping thing, which is
Yes,
very easy when you're good. When they see you good as a character, the industry all of a sudden just wants to tie you in there. They just want to stereotype you there, and that would kill this for me. That would kill the passion I have for this movie making. I love movies that challenge me. I love movies where I'm not acting myself or I'm not acting the last character I acted. I want to do something different, which is why Leonardo DiCaprio, I put him as someone like the top of my favorite
yes,
actors, just because of the range he's been able to go through. I really admire him for that, and that's the kind of challenge I want. I want challenges. Most productions here know that if you bring me something challenging, if you give me something challenging, something different, I'm in. I go in before I even know what it is. The behind the wheels when it was first time when they showed me the script, I was like, okay. I really was looking at it. I told myself, well, you take it, go home later, you turn it down, tell them, sorry, you won't be able to do it, you're gonna be busy and stuff. And then the director, while we're going to script, said, do you think you can set Annie on fire? He spoke to the special effects makeup artist. Do you think you can set Annie on fire, like real fire? And she was like, "Yes." That caught me. Sunny, would you like to burn? I'm like, "Yes."
yeah. That's
that was my
great,
catch
man.
for that movie. That was it. That was it. The movie was about 5 scenes or so, but that part was like, yes, I like being part of that thing that changes the norm, and that movie sort of sets that stunt in particular sets a new dawn for the industry. Immediately after that, I've seen two other movies now want to do the same fire, who now do fire scenes, and that's because I feel like I was part of that change, part of that improvement coming in. And so
Yeah,
basically, that's what I look for, something different. Sorry,
great, great.
something
Let,
different, something
let,
that
let
puts
me
me,
ask you some.
sends it out there.
Let me ask you some about some challenge. I'm ask some challenge.
Okay.
Would you play a woman?
Who do I play a woman?
A
Would I play
woman.
a woman? I would play a woman. I would play gay. I would play a fish if I had to, if it was relevant to the story.
All
Uh,
right, that's
most of us sometimes are uncomfortable here. When you hear, "Oh, can you play a gay role?" You're like, "Oh no, God forbid, I can never play a
yes,
gay role." I see it like, if I don't play it and you don't play it, who's going to play it for us to tell this story?
definitely,
Do you
definitely.
understand? What we do in this industry, apart from entertaining, we educate, we enlighten. That's just basically like those three E's. We entertain, we enlighten, we educate. Now, if you're not ready to play a part that is relevant to telling this story, to entertaining, to educating, to enlightening, who's going to do it? And so I'm not against any role at all. When it comes to doing a role, I'm not against any role as long as it's relevant to the story. That's it.
Great,
As long as
great.
it's relevant to the story, and it's good.
Man, I can see, man. You have a very actor mentality. You know, like that's a great character you have.
Appreciate
That great feature you have to how like, man. Definitely, you're gonna reach big heights in your career, and
Ooh, sweet.
definitely.
Sweet. I
What,
appreciate
what
that.
what what are you planning next? What do you have any projects going on? What's going on right now?
Yeah,
Tell me.
yeah.
I know
Right
we
now, as
all
a matter
in
of fact, I'm
quarantine
using
now.
this
We all in
quarantine.
quarantine,
Yes.
but yeah.
Yeah. But right now, I've already started gathering my team. The script I was working on, we finished working on it during this quarantine period. So I've sent it around. We're going to start building on the plan, the production sets, and basically the way forward in shooting the movie. So by the time this isolation is over, we can then get to work in pushing it, looking for sponsors. You know how difficult it is. You're a filmmaker, so you know how difficult it is trying to get sponsors
Yes.
to come in on your movies. But yeah, but that's what we're going to be working on. I have a lot of faith in the direction where we intend to take to achieving that. So hopefully by this year, I should be shooting my first movie, producing my first movie. Yeah, this year. So
Oh,
I'm excited
really?
about that.
As a
And
producer,
so far, the feedback I will get, yeah, as a producer for this one. This is my first one I'll be producing. And right now, I love the feedback I'm getting from my team. As everyone that looks at the script goes, "Is it like this is the best script I've read this year?" And that excites me. That excites me. It excites me. It's a brilliant story. It's different from what we've been doing here. I'm keeping the drama and also trying to keep a few cast in so that the budget is not way beyond me, at least for this first one. And from there, I'll pick it up from there. Start producing more
you
movies.
gonna act as well, or only we're gonna produce? You gonna act as well, or you gonna be parts?
This one I'll act. This one I'll act. This first one I'm working on, I'll act. But the second one I've already started writing. While they're working on this first, I'll start writing the second one, and that one I will not act in. I'll just produce that one. But this one I want to act in it. The character, I wrote the character with intention. I wrote it intentionally. There's just so much. There's just so much emotions is going to deliver in this surreal feature. And forgive me, I feel like I'm the only nigga who can do it. So yeah, so this one, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one myself. I'm gonna act in this one, yeah. But it's not going to be the lead role. As a matter of fact, the lead roles really belong to the ladies, to two ladies. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just to change a little bit of the topic. I know, like basically in Nigeria, there is two main religions. There is Muslim and a
Yep.
Christians. All
Yep.
right.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Are you
Muslims in the north,
are you
Christians in
do you have any religion?
the.
You believe in
Yes,
God?
yes. Well, I am Christian. I believe in God. I believe in
Okay.
God. I have a Christian orientation. Um, I must confess. Let me be real with you, man. Uh, in as much as I am a Christian and I have the Christian orientation, I do not completely agree with some of the behaviors of the Christians and the Muslims. I think the whole idea of battling it that, oh, you're Christian, I'm Muslim, this is the right way, no, this is the right way. If I recall in the Bible, Jesus spoke with a Samaritan woman. I hope you don't mind if I preach you a little bit.
No, no, don't worry
Jesus
about
spoke
it.
to the Samaritan
Please
woman.
tell me.
Jesus spoke to the Samaritan woman and she asked, "Oh Lord, which is the right way? We the Samaritans say we should worship on the mountains. You the Jews say you should worship in the temple. Which one is right?" Then Jesus said, "The time is coming, and the time is now that we will neither worship in the mountains nor in the temple, but those who will worship God in spirit and in truth." So to be honest, in as much as I'm a Christian, I don't think the Christians really here consider me a Christian. Um, I think I'm more Christ-like than most Christians, and this is because Christ Himself will sit with the Pharisees and have drinks with them. It's right there; it's in our Bible. But we Christians nowadays go, "Oh no, do not be equally yoked with the unbeliever," and that. And I don't think that's what Christ was preaching, and I don't think that's what Muhammad was preaching either. They both came with the message of love. They came
Yes.
with the message of love and not worshiping them, but worshiping God.
Yeah.
Of course, the Muslims call it Allah.
Yeah.
We call it God. We call it Jehovah. My people call it Abasi. We call them all sorts of names. But I
Yes.
believe that humanity is all in search for the same God, the same entity. and they can call it any other, whatever name works for them. It's fine with them. But I think if we're all worshiping in whatever language, in whatever form, whatever religion, doesn't matter. Religion is not what the prophets and Jesus came to preach to us. It was love. It was loving God and loving humanity. And I think that's what it is. That's where I am. And of course, this doesn't quite agree with most of our religious leaders here. They think it has to be one or the other, which has caused so many unnecessary wars. I really doubt that's what Jesus, would have wanted.
Yeah, yeah. The
That's my
the, the
opinion.
reason I ask you this, cause,
Yeah,
you know,
continue.
I think as you, like, I grew up in a, in a very Catholic, like a very Christian, like, environment, and family and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah, yeah,
haven't,
yeah.
I will be honest, I haven't been like following much like lately.
Okay.
And I also disagree with a lot of things the church preach.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean, what I'm saying is like the question I have to you, because this this situation we live in right now is something
yeah, yeah.
like, is this coming for good? How the people going? Because like I know in like our like, like this happened a long time ago, but
Exactly.
this generation, like my mom's generation, didn't live this.
Yeah,
We never lived this situation where we can have like,
yeah.
we lost our freedom. We scare about,
Mm,
like die for a disease that we can
yeah,
see, like, um,
yeah.
how you think that is the world's gonna be right now? Like, I think, do you think this is coming from a good reason? The modern nature made this with us, or maybe God
Um,
want to give a lesson? Like, listen, guys, you guys didn't appreciate your freedom, didn't appreciate your love for the others.
mm, mm,
What do you think about
yeah.
the situations going on, and the religion? Have something in
See,
common, or what's going on? What do you think?
Papi, to be honest with you, this, like you mentioned, this has actually happened before. But let me tell you what happened before, that is different from what's happening now. Now we have the internet. Now
Yeah.
we have the internet. So back in the days, 18 something or 1890 or what, when this had happened before, they didn't have, they couldn't pass quick information. So in Brazil now, okay, like in China now, coronavirus had started there. It had been happening there. We wouldn't know about it here in Africa, and it will give it enough time to spread. Before it gets here, when it gets here, it'll get here real hard. There's no forewarning about it because
Yes.
they just didn't have the system that we have now, information at our fingertips. So I'm thinking that really is the difference. And with good, and with the system in which good information flows in, bad information, conspiracy theories can easily flow through this time. So to be real with you, yes, I think God, of course, at some point in time gets to let us know, hey, remember, I'm here, with some of these events. But to be honest, I think that it's always going to be like this. I think after this, our generation that onto the hundreds away from us would also experience that, and they will take from us that what did they do to stop Corona? Oh, okay, they're isolated, and we'll do the same thing all over again. I think humanity finds a way to preserve itself at all times. Finds a way to preserve itself. The whole thing with the Christians talking about rapture, this is the moment for rapture. I think it's always the moment for rapture because, as Jesus said back then, he said, "Everything I've said will happen within this your generation." And he was talking to his disciples at the time. This their generation. This whole rapture thing is happening in your generation. So, in my own interpretation, which again differs from what most Christians will be preaching, my interpretation of rapture is when we die, because also the way it was described, it says the dead will be cut up first. When Jesus comes, the dead will be cut up first, and then the living will join. And so to me, that just sounds like natural. I died, and then judgment day occurred for me. I think that to me, I believe that really is rapture. That the earth itself right now will continue to be like this. We will keep finding a way to evolve through the situation. We will learn from it. We will get more religious. Basically, life will just continue. Life will keep continuing. It did before. This is not the first time. It's not even the second time. It's happened like twice before now, and I think it's going to keep happening even after now. I think it's going to keep happening even after now.
Yes,
This
yes.
generation as well. That's my opinion. My opinion, genuine opinion.
Yeah, and we talk a little bit about this. Like in Brazil here right now,
Yeah,
we
yep,
have a
yep.
lockdown. Okay, like we don't have a lockdown. We pretty much like we are advised to don't go out. A lot of people
Okay,
here in Brazil, people don't take things very serious. You know, like people are just like
okay.
some
I
people
get
think
that.
it's a fucking
I get that.
holiday and going
I
out
get
like
that.
nothing's happening. You know, like
Yeah.
but yeah, most people we are at homes and we concern
Mm-hmm.
about the situation. We want to preserve our our relatives and our family, but a lot of people are just fucking out like like we like the
No.
government. We stopped everything like crowds and events and all the stuff.
Yeah.
We can go only
Yeah.
for the supermarket, hospital, or
Okay.
pharmacy. But I mean, there
Okay.
is
Same
no
here.
lockdown.
Same
There
here.
is no lockdown here.
Okay.
How about that? What's
There's
going on
actually a
there?
lockdown. There's a lockdown here. There's a lockdown here. The government is the police, military. They're on the road. There's a lockdown here. They vandalize your stuff if they catch you open or moving around. Um, However, our people are still, most of us, frankly, from what I see, is like most of us don't know what's going on. I will probably just thinking, no, no, that's the white man's problem. That's the Chinese problem. Like, I don't think we really believe that it's coming here because every evening when I step out maybe to buy fruit or something, I get to see, I could see a crowd. I'm like, do these guys know what's going on? I see them playing Ludo or dice games, and in
Yes.
other words, they're sharing the same dice. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
The dice I threw,
Yeah.
the dice I sneezed on top and then threw. You then picked it up, and
Yeah.
this is how it can spread. But most people aren't taking it seriously. And again, which is why I said we're just the lucky people, and also perhaps the government is doing very well in containing it because left to us, it was really going to mess with most of us. Really going to mess with most of us. We're just out there. We're just out there having fun doing our thing. However, there is a curfew, and you can have as much fun as you want on the streets as long as the police are not passing by or around.
All
Because
right.
yep, they'll always break up your party.
But everything's shut there. Like everything's closed.
Most things. We have a few supermarkets open. We have the market is open between 10 and 2 p.m., 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. only, and that's once every 2 days.
Yep.
The chemists are the only ones that open anytime all day. Yeah. So so basically it's not particularly in a way where we can't afford to buy stuff. We can't get see a place to buy stuff. You get to see them around.
All right. All right. So I mean, when you
Yeah, man.
when you're gonna make a movie together? When I gonna make a
Yeah.
movie? When you come to Brazil, my
I'm
friend?
looking forward to it. Let me see what I do with this particular movie I'm working on presently, and when it comes out successful, then we'll talk about this Brazil movement again.
Yeah, man, we should do it.
Yeah,
Should do it. I wanna
sweet,
go to
we should.
Nigeria. But I wanna go to the place where I know somewhere that lives there. My friend lives there,
Okay,
and I wanna go
okay.
to
Yeah, I
Nigeria
feel that.
for you introduce me Nigeria. Go to the nice places and
Okay,
and
hmm
go in the culture. I'm really looking forward to do something.
cool.
And I
Yeah,
think I
let's
think
see how it goes.
you are very very nice guy.
Oh, thank you, thank
I
you.
wanna thank you for take your time, to share some stuff with
Sorry,
Brazilians and my friends around the world that will be watching this. And I wanna invite
sorry.
everybody as well. Your
Oh,
friends maybe wanna watch this later, from
okay,
Nigeria. And my Nigerian friends, I wanna invite you to check out my work at Papi La Vida Show on YouTube and Instagram as well at Papi La Vida Show. And of course, most of the content
okay,
is in Portuguese, but we will be doing
okay,
some English content as well with my
okay.
friends around the world. And
I actually look forward to learning Portuguese language for real.
really,
I've always been excited. Yes, I've always been excited. I've heard people ramble in it, and it's like, whoa! I like how it sounds. I like how it rolls off the tongue.
can you
You
dance?
know?
Can you dance?
Yeah.
Can you dance, bro?
No, no, no. I'm not much of it. I'm not much of a dancer. I'm more of the lean back type of guy. Yeah. But I love to
you
watch
have
people dance. I love
you
to
have
watch
to
me.
learn how to samba, my friend. Do you know the
Come again?
samba? The samba?
Yeah, yeah. Woo! Yeah. I'm actually learning. Which one? Salsa. We're learning salsa.
Salsa as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Salsa is not
I'm still not big. I'm still not
Salsa is
big in
not
it.
Brazilian. Salsa is more like
It's not Brazilian.
no, it's not Brazilian.
Spanish.
It's a more Spanish culture. You
Spanish.
know,
Okay. Okay.
Brazilian is a samba. Is more look like
Samba.
Africa. You know, we have the instruments look like African
Okay.
instruments.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And but like
I know
salsa.
capoeira. I know your martial arts. The Brazilian
do you?
capoeira. Yeah. I'm a martial artist, so yeah, that excites me. I know the capoeira.
You know, capoeira
yeah.
is African. It come from Africa.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, it's come from
I know the
Africa.
history. Yeah, I know. I remember.
Do you guys have this kind of martial arts in Africa, like especially from Africa? Do you guys have some?
A special one from Africa?
Yeah.
Other than capoeira? No, not really. Not really.
No.
Apart from the traditional wrestling, which is basically like your wrestling, like the wrestling they do in the colleges there. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I can't call that traditional since you guys are also doing it out there. They're doing it in the States. They're doing it everywhere around the world. Yeah, that would have been ours, really, but we don't have any particular one. We basically have the same martial arts that we get from the Chinese, the Japanese. I'm more of a Japanese martial artist over here. Like it's karate, judo. I'm more into those than the kung fu or taekwondo, which is Korean. But we do have a guy here who practices capoeira. Basically, like I said, if I go somewhere where anyone is training and I'm going to be there for a while, I get to train them. Can you
do some backflips and stuff or no?
No, I can't. I can't flip. No, I can't flip. I can't do no backflips. I can do a cartwheel though. The cartwheel kick. Yeah. Basically that's like my showboy kick. Everyone like, hey, that's his kick. I can't backflip or anything, man. Break my neck. I'm afraid of breaking my neck.
Yeah, man. I check some, your last work, like the sci-fi movie that coming out soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me when it coming out. When it comes out the movie, the
Ratnik. It was supposed to come out this. It was supposed to come out April 10th. But because of this corona thing and the isolation, it's sort of been pushed back. So we don't have a date yet on when it's going to happen. But we expect it to still be this year. Definitely after this whole isolation period. Yeah, but I'll keep you posted on it.
Let me know because I also especially when you go, because probably you're gonna like a film tour, first and when you coming out, like maybe available on to buy on iTunes or something, or maybe available on YouTube or Okay. Let me know, man, because I wanna help you, promote your movie.
Appreciate it. Is Netflix big in
it's big. It's coming to Netflix as well or not?
Okay, good. Then most likely it's gonna get to Netflix after.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's great. Because here in Netflix, we are big, around the world, especially in this coronavirus quarantine.
Yeah, so true.
People been consuming a lot of Netflix
movies. Yes. Yeah, the pass away time.
Tell me, where people can find your work, man.
Right now you can find some of my work on YouTube. So that means they're free to watch. There are other sites like sparrowstation.com. You get to watch Adam's Apple there. You also get Sea Tenants there. But mostly on YouTube you find quite a number of feature and short films. There's series, Lucky Wives, Inspector K. Those are comedy and series. Which other one? Assistant Madam. There's quite a number out there on YouTube. Then the rest you'll find on Netflix. You'll find some on Netflix as well.
All right. That's great, man. That's great. Man, we come to the end, unfortunately, but I think we're gonna have more time, to chat, because I think it's very easily talk to you, I
Same
think
here.
like we have a connection, man. We have a connection,
Yes,
you
we
know.
do. We do. No, we
We have a
do. We
connection.
definitely do. Definitely
You're a
do.
kind of guy. I wanna hang out, you know. I wanna go to hang out
I
together,
look
you know.
forward to it too.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I look forward to that. I look forward to even doing this again. I
yeah,
actually enjoyed this
we
moment.
will definitely.
Yeah,
Now in quarantine season,
definitely.
maybe we just open it live and chat about think and maybe
Okay. Okay. Cool.
answer some
Cool.
questions, you know. Um,
Cool. Cool. Cool.
I
It's
come up. There's
actually a bit warm here because I refuse to turn on the generator so it doesn't disturb the audio of this.
we have a fan
So
here. We
it's
have a fan here, and
okay.
she's making. She's saying she love it. Nollywood is
Oh,
Nigerian
really?
production. Is a
Yeah.
Brazilian. She said she loves it. She's been watching only this quarantine time. She's been watching only Nollywoods, and
Oh,
so
sweet.
Nollywood is a version
Sweet.
of the Hollywood on
Of
Nigeria.
Hollywood, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a
Nollywood. As a matter
Bollywood.
of fact,
Bollywood is for the
Bollywood is for
Indians.
the Indians, yeah, and Nollywood was for Nigeria. And there was this group I was on where they were saying from other African actors, and we're like, okay, maybe we should have like an Afri-wood for Africans, and they were like, no, let's stick with Nollywood. That most people outside already know Nollywood, and basically when they even see the other movies, they look at it like, oh, it's a Nollywood movie. So Nollywood sort of now represents Africa, basically. There is Gollywood for Ghana, but seriously, Nollywood just kind of overshadows every other wood.
Yeah, some
Yeah, yeah.
curiosity, man. Some curiosity is like
Okay.
that I people they might not know. Something that we have in similar as well is that Brazil, the population of Brazil is pretty much the same of the
Yeah.
Nigeria, man. It's the same as Nigeria.
It is.
Yes, yes,
It
it
is.
is. It's
Is that large for real?
yes, like Brazil is
Oh,
very
okay.
large country. It's a continental
Oh, okay.
country, and
I did not know that.
even though Nigeria is
Yeah.
not the same size, but the population is huge. It's huge. It's like the
Huge.
same as
Okay.
Brazil.
Okay. Yes, it is huge. It is huge. It is huge. And especially here in Lagos, this is where most because this is where more opportunities are in Lagos here. We have people from all over. I'm from part of the people from all over the country that are staying in Lagos just because of the opportunities here. So it's really overpopulated. There's always traffic out of the road. Apart from now, of course, in the isolation period, but there's always a crazy traffic here. Man. It's sick, for real, it's
All
sick.
right, I imagine this, man. You wanna say some you wanna say something for your fans in Nigeria and to your friends throughout the world, to the Brazilian people. There's anything you wanna ask me as well? Feel free, man, to ask me. Tell
Yeah.
me.
Okay. To be honest, let me address the fans out there first. To the listeners of this show, you guys were all doing the right thing. I'm doing very well at it. Results will begin to show. Let's work together. Let's stay safe. Let's stay safe. Let's stay home. Um, let's follow good hygiene. We'll be fine. We'll make it out of this. We've always made it out. We'll make it out again. So be strong and try and make the best of this moment. Personally, for me, it's more of a time to re-educate myself. Practically reinventing myself in many things. And I think it's a good time for anyone. We have so much quiet time now for you to really think about life and where the direction you should be heading. So I think that's what we should all focus on. And just give it a few more months, we'll be out of this. Out of this. And as for you, that's yo, bro. That's you, Victor. As for you, well,
Tell me.
Papi, what's up? Are you? How long are you going to be doing this show? Are you going to be doing it after the isolation period, or is it strictly for this isolation period you're doing
No, no,
this?
no, no. The show is normally is we go on the streets and the beaches and we interview people on the streets
Ah,
and
beaches, I love that. Yeah.
the main goal with the show is not be only here in the studio. The main goal in the shows is go where the people are and
We're
interview the
out there.
people and get to know people. Cause
Okay.
something I'm really fascinated. I'm a film director. I'm a designer.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
a lot of things. I have my agency, the Vinity
I've
Studios.
seen you working. The energy I've seen you working.
Yes,
Crazy.
But
Crazy.
something that I like the most, you know, I have a passion about it, really, really passionate about it, is
Yeah.
this Papi La Vida is a project I've been like, you know, been playing for a long time to have opportunity to, you know, talk to people, to get to know
Mhm.
people, whether in Spanish, in English, or in Portuguese. I'm here to get to know people and learn more, you know, learn about the culture. Like, you know, I
Yeah.
learned a lot of
About
things today
cultures.
about Nigeria. I learned a lot of things
Yeah.
today about, you know,
Yeah.
the industry of Nollywood. And there's a
Yeah.
question from
I,
your fan here.
okay. Okay.
She
Okay.
says something like,
Okay.
if you pretend to be maybe some like, if you like the Kuni Afolayan, is it how to pronounce Kuni?
Afolayo. Yeah, that is a huge director. Is it Kule Afolayo asking?
Yeah.
Is it Kule Afolayo asking, or is she
No,
asking
no,
about
no.
Kule
She asked
Afolayo?
about the Kuli Afolayan.
Okay, Kule
She
Afolayo is one
wants
of
to be
our
like
biggest
him.
filmmakers.
She, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it'll be an honor to be like someone like Kule Afolayo. Kule Afolayo is huge. His productions have always set a pace. His productions have always opened up doors for us in Nigeria, in this industry. Yeah, so yeah,
have you
yeah.
met
To
him in
work with
person? No, have you met him
no, I had met him in person during my award in 2014. In
yeah,
2014, I met him there. I met him then, and unfortunately, I've not met him since then.
yeah,
But I spoke with him. I told him how excited I am meeting him and getting to work with him someday. But he's always so busy, so hard to reach.
yeah. I
Yeah,
can
but
tell.
he's a great guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know she knew Kule. Whoever
yeah.
said
She's a
hi,
fan.
I greet you on behalf of Kule Afulayo.
Yeah, she says
So cool.
she loves watching the Hollywood, and
He's got
she
good
been
stuff.
searching
Good
about
stuff. Quality.
the Nigeria and the Lagos. Lagos. I think she's an incredible city, and she's
Yes.
really
It is.
enjoyed our interview. And
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
man,
Sweet.
that's good, bro. Bro,
Yeah.
thank you very
Yeah.
much again, man.
It
Yeah, we're
was
gonna
great.
do
It was
this
great
together.
being here.
Let's do the return of Annie, return of Annie.
and and the dancers,
The dance. Oh, you
the
have to
burial
find your
dancers.
friends. You have to like we have to. You have to. Oh man, you have. Oh, I promise the people that you're gonna do some dancing. You know, with the coffin dancing. So man, you have to do some coffin dancing
Do I have
for
space?
the fans.
Do I have space to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have to do some other time. We'll have to do some
Just
other
with
time.
the shoulder, just to see the African rhythm, African rhythm. Yeah,
Crazy.
but thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man.
I really
Pleasure was
appreciate you,
mine.
man. Guys, here we finish our interview with Annie. Annie, thank you very much. For you guys who want to check it out, the Papi La Vida, we've been doing interviews in English and in Spanish and in Portuguese to all my friends around the world. And we would be glad for you to give a like, comment, and subscribe the channel. And for you, maybe you guy a busy guy, maybe you washing the dishes, and maybe you you cannot running, but maybe you do something else. And we invite you to listen on Spotify and iTunes and Google Podcasts. Will be available the audio there for you to listen while you do something else. And yeah, here it's Papi, and we thank you very much for this opportunity to be here with my friend Annie from Nigeria. And I hope I can see you again in the Papi La Vida show. Please stay tuned, and don't miss out the next Papi La Vida tomorrow with Tommy from Italy. What's going on in Italy? We're gonna find out what's going on in Italy. So guys, don't miss out. And Papi La Vida show.
you have to stick to that standard at some point.